Church. I first give honor to God who's head of my life, to my pastor, Amen. Pastor Eric T. Butler, Amen. Who I believe is the greatest pastor on the side. I got chastised while you came from the back, Lord. He's still an awesome pastor. I just take it and say amen. To all my sisters in ministry and to all of you in your respective places. I wasn't here on yesterday to say happy anniversary to the Mirror Chorus, but I do say on today happy anniversary. And so there's a word from the Lord. It do come from the book of 1 Chronicles. 1 Chronicles, chapter 28. We do serve a mighty God. Amen. Amen. This morning was not easy getting here, but I do thank God that I am here. Amen. There's a lot of people that I know that wish they could have been standing right here where I'm at today, or where some of you are at. But they was not able to make it this morning. So I do not take it lightly. Not only that God has called me a task to do on this morning, but I don't even take it lightly that I'm just here this morning. So that's 1 Chronicles chapter 28, verse 2. We're going to do verse 2 and 3, then we're going to skip down to verse 9 and 10. And it reads, Then David the king stood up upon his feet and said, Hear me, my brethren, and my people. As for me, I had in my heart to build a house of rest for the ark of covenant of the Lord, and for the footstool of our God, and had made ready for the building. But God said unto me, Thou shalt not build a house for my name, because thou hast been a man of war, and hast shed blood. Verse 9 and 10. And thou, Solomon, my son, know thou the God of thy father, and serve him with a perfect heart and with a willing mind. For the Lord searcheth all hearts, and understandeth all the imaginations of the thoughts. For if thou seek him, he will find of thee. But if thou forsake him, he will cast thee off forever. Take heed now, for the Lord hath chosen thee to build a house for the sanctuary. Be strong and do what? Do it. Amen. And for a subject today, a place for rest. A place for rest. You all may be seated. The temple is a great work for a great God. God is a good God. God is a mighty God. As we look at Solomon in his commissioning to build a temple, never forget, the temple itself is a tool for God's glory to be made known. It's not just about the building of the temple. Solomon does build a temple, but several centuries later, that temple is destroyed. Then Ezra and Nehemiah build another temple. That one falls into ruins. The last temple you could think of as a major remodel of a completely new temple is built by Herod the Great in the times of Jesus. Then that temple is destroyed by the Romans in the 70 AD. That's what history records. The temple itself is not as significant as the purpose of the temple. Sanctuary is a place of refuge to go to in your time of trouble. It's a safe haven. It's a harbor. It's a port in a storm. It's a shelter. A sanctuary is a place of safety as well as protection. God does not need a church building, but he needs a place where change could take place. God needs a place where transformation could take place. Like a ship making it into a safe harbor out from a storm. A place where people can come when the stresses of the world is upon them. A place where people can come when they are worried. A place where people can come when they are depressed. A place where people can come looking for forgiveness. Where, Lord, I've messed up and I need to be forgiven. A place where people can come and feel loved. That's what God is looking for. It's not just another building, but he needs a sanctuary for his people. When the world rejects me, I can come into the sanctuary and I can meet God as I enter in. Out of all my cares, I can cast upon him. Why? Because I met him in the sanctuary. So it's not just about the building, but it's what happens on the inside of the building. It was my desire to build a temple, what Solomon said, what David said, where the ark of the covenant could find rest permanently. The ark is the ancient container housing the 10 Commandments. It had Aaron's staff as well as it had the manna. David said he wants a permanent place, a place of rest. That's our human desire, is always for stability. Yeah. We always want a stable home. Yeah. We want a stable job. Yeah. We want our life to be stable all around us. That's what we always looking for. But God says that it's not about his temple to be a stable, permanent place. He needed a place for his people to have a place where they can meet him. Amen. We always want a stability, but things in life, it changes from day to day. We look at our status change. Our homes change. People change. Our ages change. Yeah. I can look at my husband. I see gray hair. When I married him, it was not there before. Even our features change. When we look at our credit scores today, tomorrow, it may be different. Change is all around us. Yeah. So God says the temple will be built, but not for a permanent house for God on earth, but a place where his people can find rest. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. Amen. Because they can't come up. We can't go up and meet God. Uh-huh. But God said this would be a place here on earth where we can meet him. Amen. We can come into the place, to the temple of God, and we can meet him right there. Uh-huh. God says David's son Solomon, he would build the temple. David could have pouted. He could have become depressed because this is what I want to do for my God. Yeah. But instead, David looked back and thought about all the great things that God had already done for him. Uh-huh. He thought about it as I was a little boy working in the fields. God chose me from amongst all my older brothers. Uh-huh. I wasn't as big as they are. I was just out there in the field. But yet, God chose me. Yeah. When we look back and people all around us seem to be being blessed, and we say, I wish that was me. I wish God could choose me to do that. All we got to do is look back and remember things what God had already done for us. Yeah. When my body was racking in pain, God, he healed me. Yeah. When I was jobless, God opened a door for me. When I was hungry, my God, he fed me. Yeah. So yes, it may be your day today, but it could be my day tomorrow. But it was my day last year. So what I'm going to do on today is I'm going to help you make it to where God is trying to take you to. I will not only help you, but I will educate you. I will take you upon my way, and I will teach you how to walk. I will even take you into my house, and I will teach you how to talk. And if you got to sacrifice your money, what I will do, I give you my money to help you pay your bills. So I refuse to be jealous of you, because I already know what God has done for me. So what I'm going to do on today, I'm going to celebrate you, and I'm going to educate you on how to get into where God is trying to take you to. David took time and he remembered what God had already done for him. So as he took time and he remembered, he said, not today, devil. I won't have a pity party. So David, he passes the work of the building of the temple to Solomon. But David didn't only pass it to him. David commissioned him. David said, you know what, Solomon? You got to be obedient to God. That's right. Let me teach you something. When I was doing all the things I thought I was big and bad enough to do, I never forgot how to be obedient to God. All right. He said, not only that, Solomon, listen to God. When it came to times for me to fight my battles, I always seek God first. I didn't just go in the battle, but I prayed and I asked God, was it my time to go? Take time and listen to God. He said, not only that, Solomon, you take time and you love God. You love God with all your heart. No matter how bad it gets, you continue to love God. So he didn't just give him the baton and said, run with it. He took time and educated him. So a lot of times in church, that's what we mess up at. We give people titles and we don't take time to educate them. We can't just give them a title. We educate them. Singing in the choir ain't easy. You got to tell other people in the choir, sometimes you got to go when you don't feel like going. Sometimes you got to come to rehearsal when you don't feel like coming to rehearsal. Sometimes you're broke, so you got to learn how to suck it up and sing anyhow. What we got to do, we got to take time to educate people. We can't just give them a seat and say, sit here. No, let me tell you, sometimes you got a church, you come to church when you don't feel like it. When trouble's all around you. Your kids is sick. I remember one Sunday I had to go and preach somewhere. Donovan, he had pneumonia at the time. But I already had accepted the engagement. My baby running with fever. I had to lay him on the pew. I laid him on the pew. I did what God had told me to do. Then I got up, I wrapped him up. Monday, took him on to the doctor. Why? Because that's what God had told me to do. It ain't always easy doing what God told you to do, and that's what David was letting Solomon know. But you got to always keep your hand in God's hand. You got to always keep on pressing forward. Sometimes it looks like your gas hand is going to go all the way over here. You got to imagine that it's all the way over there. And keep doing what God told you to go. And keep doing what God told you to do. The spirit that you serve God in is more important than the work itself. The spirit that you serve God in is more important than the work itself. In 2 Corinthians, it talks about reaping and sowing. But it also says that God loves a cheerful giver. A lot of times we talk about that, and when we talk about monetary things. But also the same things apply when they talk about giving your time and your talent. You got to be cheerful in doing that. Most people use this when they say, well, it's time for us to give an offering, so God loves a cheerful giver. But what about it when it's time to come in and clean up the church? I hear a whole lot of trustees talking, but when it comes time to come in and clean up the church, is we going to be cheerful in doing that? Your attitude is very important in doing the things of God. Amen. If you're serving or you're working for the Lord, your attitude should be right. When you're working in the name of the Lord, your attitude should what? Be right. When you proclaim to be a child of God, your attitude should be what? Be right. Because your attitude speaks volume. It speaks louder than anything else. I don't care about how much money you give. You can give that money, but if your attitude ain't right, how you make that person feel? When you ask a person to give you a ride and they come by, when they get ready to do it, they give you that look and then they start all the way down the road, they're complaining about what they could have been doing instead of taking you to work. How do that make you feel? Like you didn't want them to do it anyway. Because your attitude speaks volume. It speaks louder than anything else. God knows our motives. And another translation even says, for the Lord sees every heart and he understands every plan as well as thought. You may fool yourself in thinking how pure you are and how sincere your intents are, but God knows. Amen. God knows your heart. He knows your true motives. No matter how sound, how holy you can say every thou, you can say holy to God, but yet and still God knows what you're really saying on the inside. I don't care how pretty your voice sings, you can sound you can sing louder than anybody that's on the choir, and you can say holy and holy, but God still knows your heart. I don't care how long you preach, you get up here and preach 45 minutes, but God still knows face. You can watch their lips move, but you can see their heart. And you want to say, Lord, go ahead and sit down. Because you know what's on the inside of their heart. I don't know about you, but I'm going to say this and I'm going to be real. A whole lot of times, I can see a person's face, but I can hear their mouth talking, and all I do is stand there and smile. Because it don't even matter. Because I already know what your heart feel about me. I know what your heart feel about the situation. I already know what your heart feel about giving. I already know what your heart feel about participation. So it don't matter what you're saying, because I already know your heart. Your heart means more than anything else. That's why God examines your what? Your heart. It's not your words He examining. He examining your heart. Because He knows that's what matters more than anything else. I don't care how pretty you look. God is looking at your heart. It don't matter how much weed you buy. It don't matter how many Stacey Adams you buy. It don't matter how good your suits look. But if your heart is messed up, that's the only thing matter to God. Is your heart. But if you seek Him, you will find Him, and He will clean all that up. But you gotta seek Him. Jesus says in Matthew 7:7, seek and you shall what? You gotta find. God already there. Jesus already there. God already there. But you gotta seek Him. He ain't moved. He's still in the same place you left Him at. Because He did not leave you. He ain't leave you. He's in the same place. But church, do not look to build monuments. Seek to help people discover God. It's not about building monuments. It's about seeking. It's about helping people seek and discover who God is. It don't matter how beautiful the building is. It don't matter how many chandeliers is hanging on the inside of the building. It don't matter how much gold we have here, silver we have here. If you're not building the people of God, you're not doing what God called you to do. You got to help people discover who God is, not discover who you are. The biggest and the greatest work for the church, the temple of God, is always about the people. Always about teaching the people, allowing them to know who God is. It's always about people being transformed by the Spirit of God through what? The love of God. Amen. It's about transforming people. How we enter or begin is by being grateful to God, not looking for glory for ourselves, but looking forward and including others in serving God. Well, no matter how much we do, it's okay to include somebody else. Let somebody else get the glory. It's not always about your name being called, but it's about allowing somebody else to experience the opportunity to serve God. Amen. It's about the opportunity. Teaching other people. Let's raise up some of our young people and teach them on how to serve God. Because guess what? I'm sorry to say, you're not going to be here always. You're not going to be here always. So we got to take time and let others learn how to do the things of God. Teach others how to do the things of God. I can tell you in a minute, it's going to be one day where Chase, Donovan, Cameron, Carson, Jeremiah, all of these kids one day is going to need to know they need to know now how to pray. But we need to be teaching them on how to be a trustee, teaching them on how to be deacons, teaching them, because one day the day going to come when we won't have one. And we don't been told and trained of somebody else. David was not afraid of teaching Solomon on what to do. Pass the baton. Pass the baton. Even passing the baton of the work of others when it is their season. It's somebody else's season. It's not always your season. It's somebody else's season. Not holding, but letting go and letting others experience the things of God. Amen. It's nothing wrong. It's okay. The last verse, consider now. Take it seriously. The Lord has chosen you to build a house as a sanctuary So take heed, listen, do it. The people need a sanctuary to find rest from the issues of life. They need a sanctuary to know who God is. They need a sanctuary to learn the word of God. They need a sanctuary to find peace. There are hurting people in this world. There are so many hurting people in this world. When we cut on the TV, we cut on the news, there's missing people, missing little children all over this world. Somebody's family is hurting. Whenever we pick up the phone or we go on Facebook, somebody lost a loved one. There's hurting people in this world. I don't know about you. How many of you hurting right now? I'm just going to ask. Have you lost someone? Is someone sick? Anyone in here? Okay, I see a few that's hurting right now. But and guess what? They need a sanctuary. Amen. Everybody cannot come into the house of the Lord. For its lack of transportation. Some can come into the house of the Lord because there's sickness in their body. Everybody cannot make it into the house of the Lord. That's why God calls us his what? We are his temples of God. We are the temples of God. We should be praying, asking God to clean us up. We should be praying, asking God to wash me whiter than snow. We should be able to carry the words of God on the inside of us. I love this song. We used to sing it all the time. At Papa Spring, Mount Zion, Old Macedonia, all those churches I used to go to as a little girl. It said, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I will be a living sanctuary, Lord, to you. Lord, prepare me. Do on the inside of me, Lord, what needs to be done, God, so I can be your sanctuary. Purify me, God, so I can carry your word on the inside of me. God, remove all those sins and those things that's unlike you out of me, God, so I can be holy, God. Try me, God. I know it's going to be some tests that I got to go through, God, but you can try me, God, because I will stay pure unto you. Lord, I will stay true unto you, God. Lord, I do it all, God, with thanksgiving. I won't complain, God, because, God, I know you are trying me. You're purifying me, God. So, Lord, I want to be that living sanctuary. I want to do it all for you. Amen. So, Lord, prepare me to be your sanctuary. Pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary, God, to you. Lord, prepare me, hallelujah, God, to be your sanctuary, God. Pure and holy, God, hallelujah, God. Tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary, Lord, for you. I don't know if y'all understand the words to this song, but I'm going to say it for you one more time. Lord, prepare me, God, to be your sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. I don't know if y'all understand that or not, but maybe some of you are not ready to be God's sanctuary. But see, I want to be the walking sanctuary for God. Folks ain't got to wait till they get into the church house for them to have church. Lord, people ain't got to wait, hallelujah, God, for them to come into the church house so they can hear the word of God. Because no matter where I'm at, all they got to do is I can look at them and see they need a little word from God, and I whisper a little prayer in their ear. See, they ain't got to wait till they come into St. Philip doors for them to be the sanctuary. I want to be a walking sanctuary. I want to be pure. I want to be holy. God has tried me so many times, and I know he's going to try me again. And that's all right. Why? been tried in the fire. I don't know about you. I've been tried in the fire, still in the fire right now. But that's all right because I know who my God is. I know who my God is. So Lord, you prepare me to be your sanctuary. Pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, hallelujah, God, I be your living sanctuary. God, it's all for you. See, we wait till we get into the church house and praise God. That's where we mess up at, hallelujah, God. We wait till we get into the church house, then we want to walk around here and play church. But I'm telling you that my church house, my sanctuary is in my bathroom. My sanctuary is on my job as I walk 23 machines night by night, sweating in time. But it's all right because I know who my God is. Trouble don't last always. When I'm holding my baby, baby don't cry. Not knowing how I'm going. Y'all don't know what I go through, but I know who my God is. It's not about sitting in heaven 2 or 3 ministries that you serve. It's not about singing on the choir. It's about being tried and true, pure unto God. Sacrificing everything you got, knowing not how you're going to make it the next day, but you trust in God to put food on that table. You trust in God to pay them bills. Looking at your checking account, know where it's supposed to be, but it ain't nowhere near what your bills about to be. But you trust in God and making sure, God, I know you're going to make a way for me. Looking in your refrigerator, no, I'm supposed to have the milk, I'm supposed to have the eggs, but I got the syrup. That's okay, because I know who my God is. We won't be hungry. People coming to you, talking about what they going through, but yet on the inside you know what you're going through. You sit in the car before you go in the house, an hour at a time, because you know what you got to face when you get on the inside. But that's all right. I'm still praying for sister so-and-so. I'm still believing for brother so-and-so. I'm still making sacrifices. I'm still making it every meeting. Why? Because I know what God's going to do for me. It's not about the church building, but it's what goes on inside of the church building. That's what it's about. And when you can't make it to the church building, God, I'm your sanctuary. Tried and true. With thanksgiving, Lord, I be your willing sanctuary for you. That's what it's about. But see, you gotta believe it, you gotta know it. That's why you can still walk around with a smile on your face. Nobody knows what's going on the inside of you. Nobody knows what's going on in your house. But I promise you that smile will not go away. Why? Because I know who my God is. And I know what he did for me before. And I know he's going to do it again. And he's in the process of doing it now. A walking sanctuary. On fire for the Lord. The world ain't got to believe it as long as God knows it. Because they going to say what they want to say. But it's all right. Because, Lord, it's all about being that living sanctuary for you. Believing and knowing. Teaching others to believe and know. Giving others your testimony. Try me, God, so I can help her. Try me, God, so I can help him. Because I believe when I'm tried, it's okay. As long as I can use that to help somebody else get a little closer to God. The 25th was the anniversary when I buried my grandmother. Folks looked at me and said, oh, well, she lived 90-some years old. But do you know what she meant to me? Do you know my world all around me was falling apart? She didn't even know who I was. But at once I saw that smile upon her face, my world was made whole. Anniversary of burying burying her. But 3, 4, and 5 days ago, buried my like she was like a second mama to me. My cousin Maddie. When I had nowhere else to go, cousin Maddie said, come on over here to the house, Gab. I kept telling myself I'm going to visit her, but I never did. So when I received that phone call, my world broke. But it's okay. Why? Because now I have a testimony. I can tell you if it's somebody there on your heart to go see. Amen. Don't wait. Tomorrow's not promised. Be that living sanctuary. It's not about the building. It's about what happens on the inside of the building. It's not about the four walls. But it's about what happens. The people of God, they're hurting and they need you. So you be that living sanctuary for the people of God. You can't look at a person and tell what they're going through. You can't look at a person and know how they feel. So you always be that sanctuary that the people need. Because people need you.